Today I'm talking to John from Engage, and we were having a conversation about employee engagement. And I thought this is so relevant to so many of the challenges that I see people struggling with in the health ecosystem where I do most of my work. I started talking to John about employee engagement back last year, didn't I, John? Because you guys were selected to be on an NHS communications framework agreement, and I just was really interested in it. So at the moment, John, I feel engagement is really, really relevant because people are stressed, they feel disconnected often from their colleagues, they're anxious about the future, dealing with an uncertain situation. So there's a great opportunity to get employees to feel engaged, emotionally connected to their organisations and feel part of a community through their work. So could you tell us why you decided to work in the area of engagement? What is it about engagement that interested you? And tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah, of course. As a person, I've always been fascinated by people behaviour and communication. And as co-founder of Engage, I've got a real passion for technology as well. And it's been a fascinating journey with Engage. We launched the first employee engagement app in the UK in 2014, and I've been fortunate enough to work with over 100 organisations on their engagement journey over the last 6 or 7 years. The last 18 months has been interesting as well, because we've also been working with organisations to support external engagement as well with their customers and other communities of interest as well. I think the most successful organisations are the ones where people are bought in to the purpose and the vision of the organisation, and I believe that engagement is a really key ingredient to that. When engagement's good, people feel valued, they feel empowered to develop themselves and play their parts in the organisation's success. And tech can be if done in the right way, can be a really good enabler of that.
Yeah, interesting. It needs to be both, doesn't it? The personal, and then the tech can kind of facilitate that kind of person-centered approach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's looking at it's all about the people. It's looking at how can we enrich their experience coming to work or being a customer. How can we work with an organisation to build an engagement strategy, and then the technology delivers that and enables that to happen. But without the vision, without the strategy, without the plan, technology doesn't have the same level of impact.
Yeah, because there was one place I worked where we decided we needed new values, and then the values were created and then written on the walls, and then they felt in some ways a bit disconnected from the day to day, and people, I don't think, were engaged in that example with the values of the organisation, because there hadn't really been enough conversation about it. Are there other sort of challenges that you see people struggling with, such as not talking to their people enough?
I think to take a step back, what I've seen as major challenges across lots of organisations is that joined up plan of what success looks like. So do you have vision, values, purpose? If so, is the board aligned on it? If so, are they being communicated effectively and embedded in the organisation effectively? We still see lots of information going up on areas like notice boards, but it's looking at delivering that as part of a strategy, and then bringing as many people on that journey as you can. But it does start at the top, just to understand, what is that strategy, what does success look like, and then go on that journey. I mean, we've developed a framework that we call the 5 pillars when we launched. I don't necessarily want to be about Engage and talking about tech, but just sharing my experiences that when we launched in the early days, the first technology. We didn't work with organisations to understand where they are today and work with a plan with them. So we developed what we call the pillars of engagement, which enables us to have those, expanded conversations at board level to understand where an organisation is at today, what channels have they got in place, and what could a better world look like tomorrow. Very often they do have lots of great initiatives in place around engagement, but they're not joined up. There's no alignment, and they're not delivered effectively.
So you mean there are just lots of local initiatives across organisations that aren't kind of widespread enough to be impactful?
Yeah, they might. If you're looking at organisations with multiple sites, with multiple thousands of people, yeah, you'll find different recognition initiatives going across on different sites, and it's just not joined up. And if you want to engage an organisation, things need to be done consistently, strategically, and in the right way. And that's not to say that it needs to be a big, hairy strategic plan right from the get-go. We very much look when we work with organisations early days as, where is the quick wins, where's the low-hanging fruit, where can we improve engagement, tomorrow, and we can go live very quickly. Went live with Direct Line Group, to give you an example, in the last lockdown, within 8 days, and that was all about senior leadership team, improving engagement, visibility, that type of thing can be done really quickly.